Hello, this video will be going over Desmos Graphing Calculator interface, and especially if you have not used this calculator before, this will be good to get used to it before you can do statistics on it. So looking at the left here, we have our expression list. And so if we'll go ahead and go on to our first expression, we have this keypad open up. Now, everything that you do in this keypad, you can also just type out with a keyboard, but it's also good to have it, especially if you don't know the shortcuts to do stuff. And then like this ABC button will open up another page where you have all the letters you can use as variables and stuff like E and theta and the brackets, which is important. And 1, 2, 3 will bring you back. Once you're actually in the expression, there's a few things you can do. You can do actual just calculations, like 15 divided by 3. That gives you the answer, anything like that. And then you can also you can graph stuff, of course, like y equals x squared, and you can see it there. And if you want to do function notation, f of x, that works too. And then this x button will get rid of it. If you want to go to the next item in your list, you can press enter, and that'll open the next one. And if the item there's nothing in there, you can press backspace and it'll delete it. Just do avoid like clear. This plus button will add another item. Expression will just add another expression here. And then note, you can write in table and inference are going to be useful later. And then folder is good for keeping track of stuff. You can keep multiple expressions in there and then close it. You can title a folder, is pretty useful. And over looking at the graphing side now, if you use your mouse wheel or two fingers, like zoom in and out, that allows you to zoom out and zoom in on this. And if you hold down shift, you can see it highlights either the X or Y axis, and you can zoom out or zoom in with those. Now, what's pretty useful about this is specifically for like probability functions when you're graphing them, it's going to be between 0 and 1 on the y-axis, and it's going to be a lot bigger on the x-axis. So something like this would be really useful for a normal distribution curve. Now, if you want to reset it back to like a normal square, you have two options. This button up here, the zoom square, will do that, and then this little home button will just bring you back to the default look, which is also, of course, having even x and y as a square. And lastly, we're going to look at functions. So this is the functions tab. There's a lot of stuff in here, but like statistics section, this visualizations, this probability distributions are some of the most important, and then inference later. That's what we'll be using. You can just click on it and it'll pop up. And a lot of times, if you have something wrong, like if you're missing this, it'll say like you need parentheses. It's a function, and then maybe it'll tell you like, oh, you can't use something. And there's also like some help guides too. And you can also just type it out. So you can just type out normal this or like mean parentheses, anything like that will work too.